Last year, you made a powerful statement saying the reason people are watching women's basketball is not just because of one player, but because of you too.
I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person, it's because of me too.
A year later, do you feel like you're
Next question.
Caitlin Clark has decorum, professionalism. She plays hard. She works hard. She shoots well. She can shoot. She can dribble. She can pass. And she is a game time player. Angel Reese is one-dimensional, and I don't know if that dimension is that good. This video is brought to you by TatumStore.com, TatumStore.com. Make sure you shop for Memorial Day weekend sale. It's a 30% off, so you put Remember 30. The link is at the top, so if you forget, Remember 30, get 30% off store-wide. So we have our new shirts that are out, Back to Blue, this new one that I have on right now that was specifically designed by one of our guys. So you will never see this anywhere else but our site. We also have beach towels that are available right now. They just came in. And also, you can get SHINERGY from Tatum Store, 30% discount. I'm not discounting it on SHINERGY Store, but I will discount it here for the people that purchase on this store. So you can get SHINERGY at 30% off if you put in Remember 30 all the way through Tuesday. So make sure you shop now to get your merch because the sale will not last long. All right? Like and subscribe to the channel. Let's talk about Angel Reese real quick. Angel Reese's mom. So I made a video the other day about Ryan Clark, who's a coward to me, and I think he's a race hustling simp that as rich as he is and as successful as he has been in the NFL, I don't understand why this guy is dragging down the entire podcast by making everything about race. He literally called out RG3's wife, essentially, and RG3 because he's married to a white woman, which I think is wildly inappropriate. So anybody with a connected brainstem knows that Caitlin Clark is far better of a basketball player and has made such a tremendous impact in a greater number, more so than Angel Reese. Everybody knows that. Her college career was better. The stadium sales, the NFL, the WNBA popularity has gone up because Caitlin Clark.
Yesterday, as Caitlin Clark in Indiana hammered the Chicago Sky, it was like 4.5 minutes left in the third. There was a foul. It should not have been upgraded to a flagrant foul. It was a foul. And I really think if you truly respect women's basketball, let them play, sort of like guys. Many of the media themselves who consider themselves WNBA friendly are too often patronizing and pandering. Rivalries equal ratings. Sports is better with intensity. Animosity is part of it. It was a physical basketball play. This is okay. Who cares if Angel Reese doesn't like Caitlin Clark? It's not soccer. I don't need jersey swaps. Lambeer couldn't stand and Isaiah couldn't stand MJ. MJ still hates Isaiah. It made the documentary great. So the WNBA, if you respect it, and the league, the women are getting bigger and better. They're just the passing, the ball handling. It's a better league than 10 years ago. Caitlin Clark obviously is jet fuel to its popularity. Right now, the Fever outdraw the Indiana Pacers, and the Pacers are really fun to watch. So, but I didn't think this was a flagrant. This is a basketball play, and people just aren't used to it. So too many people are precious and pandering and projecting, and they're polarizing. And Angel Reese got the best of Caitlin junior year of college. Then Caitlin got the best of Angel senior year of college. Last year, they were both exceptional. Clearly, Caitlin's more popular. And yesterday, the Indiana Fever. I mean, we're looking at like a Tiger Woods. That's what we're looking at here. Angel Reese is a good player. She's not a phenomenon. Tiger was. LeBron was. Taylor Swift is. Caitlin Clark is.
Now, for those of you who are not stuck on stupid and convinced to be racist every day of your life, the reason that they are very different is because Caitlin Clark is more mature. Caitlin Clark has decorum, professionalism. She plays hard. She works hard. She shoots well. She can shoot. She can dribble. She can pass. And she is a game time player. Angel Reese is one-dimensional, and I don't know if that dimension is that good. I'm being honest. She's only you call it a big man. She only really active in the paint. She ain't shooting threes. Not like Caitlin Clark for sure. She can't dunk. She can't make a rebound. She don't have a lot of athleticism, which means she don't have great hops. She literally catching rebounds flat-footed. I mean, there's a lot of things. And I know sports. I can watch a person and tell if they're an athlete. Just like I told y'all, Shedeur Sanders wasn't going to go in the first round. And people looking at me like, you being a hater. Like, I know football when I see it, dude. I play football, and I know athletes when I see them. And I know if a person is flat-footed or they have some athletic ability. And Angel Reese is by far a very goofy, sloppy type of a player. And she get away with it because she just happened to be a big girl in comparison to other girls. I remember I thought Angel Reese must have been huge. But then I look at it and I think she's like 6 foot or something like that. She's 6'3". That's what it say on her scouting report. So Angel Reese is 6'3". She like my height. And she got the skill set of a big person, which means that if she was like 6'7", that's how she should be, you know, her sloppy play. However, I should have got to this point at the beginning, but her mom had a comment in an article, and because the article came out that Clark at Iowa drew 15,000 fans and Reese at LSU drew 6,300 fans, which means that Caitlin Clark had twice as many people that came out to watch her than Angel Reese. But the mama got out there. You can put the article up if you want to. But mama got out there and got upset and pretty much was saying that it don't matter how many fans Caitlin Clark got because LSU won the championship. And I know mama gonna protect her baby, right? Ain't nobody gonna talk about my boy without me having to get in your face and say something. However, I will never raise my kids. I don't know Angel Reese's mama. Like, so let me not try to be disrespectful. I don't know her dad either. They probably are good people. It just appears that they have raised a young woman who is, to me, is ghetto and unprofessional. You look at her Instagram account, she looked like she a prostitute on OnlyFans. And it's a shame that that young girl is like that. But that don't necessarily mean your parents allow you to be like that. Sometimes kids go to college and they be doing their own thing. But Angel Reese's personal and professional profile isn't as polished, in my opinion, of others who do the same sport but are not dressing with their booty hole hanging out almost. Like her booty cheeks is out in some of these pictures. Now, she got a body. You either blind or you lying if you think Angel Reese ain't got a body. But that don't mean you got to put your body on the internet. Caitlin Clark don't put her body on the internet like that. Okay, that's the difference in leadership. That's a difference in caliber of player. But mama goes on to say, we ain't the same, meaning that one has a championship, one doesn't. The reason that Caitlin Clark did not win a championship over LSU is because Caitlin Clark wasn't on LSU. If Caitlin Clark was a point guard for LSU when they had all these players and you put Angel Reese on the other team and you put Caitlin Clark on Angel Reese's team, they probably would have had the greatest record they've ever had and the highest attendance that have ever existed in the history of LSU women's basketball. They probably would have blown out every single team, and Iowa wouldn't even made it to the championship if Angel Reese was on that team because she ain't putting up the numbers. I'm just saying, don't get mad at me. But I will say this. Again, America, this is an example of, in my opinion, black racism.
So where was this type of reaction last year when Angel Reese got chokeslammed by Alyssa Thomas of the Connecticut Sun? Y'all remember that? She got fouled so hard, they kicked Aaliyah Thomas out the game with a flagrant 2 foul. What did Angel Reese do? Nothing. She didn't get up and try to swing on her. You know why? The reaction was different because of who did it. And there is a lot of history there with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. You guys remember last year when Angel Reese celebrated Kennedy Carter getting that flagrant foul on the hip check against Caitlin Clark? You remember that? On the sideline, just, yeah, baby, get her, you get her. Who celebrates like that for a flagrant foul on another player if they don't dislike that player? Okay, you want some more evidence? Here's some more evidence. Remember last year when they were talking about who gets the credit for the expansion and the eyeballs and the popularity boost of women's basketball? Not just the WNBA, but women's basketball in general, because of the spike in the women's NCAA tournament and WNBA viewership. A lot of people were attributing that to Caitlin Clark, and rightfully so. This is what Angel Reese had to say, and I quote, "People are talking about women's basketball. You never would think they'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to the games. We got celebrities coming to the games, sold out arenas just because of one single game. Just looking at that, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on to be that for my teammates. I know I'll go down in history. I'll look back in 20 years and be like, the reason we're watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too. I want y'all to realize that. Now, I heard a lot of people say that I or others have made Angel Reese the villain. Did you not just hear herself call herself the bad guy? She called herself the villain. I'm not making her the villain. She's making herself the villain.
Black people can openly draw a divide between a white player and a black player openly. You don't see a single white person that's coming out and saying we need to stand behind Caitlin Clark because she white. White people need to stick together. She only getting backlash because she white, so we need to stick with the white person. We're at war. They are doing it. I heard a lady on the radio on Steve Harvey's show. No, it wasn't that. No. Let me take that back. That wasn't on Steve Harvey's show. It was a woman that was played on another YouTuber was reviewing it on Instagram. Had nothing to do with Steve Harvey. I just was listening to that show, but they were talking about the story, but it wasn't the lady on there. And this black lady was on there saying, it don't matter who's better. We need to stick behind Angel Reese because she black. Ryan Clark said the same thing. It's, that RG3 is not having conversations about black women stuff at his house because his wife is white. It's so crazy to me. Let me just say this real quick and I'm moving on. It's so crazy to me how black people, and not all black people are like this. I have to preface it because people get mad at me. I'm not talking about the ignorant black folks. I'm not talking about the good black people. The majority of black people, I would say maybe half of, not the majority. I think majority of black people, I don't think there's a majority of black people. I think there's more black people that are silly than are not silly. I'll say that. But I think there's a ton of good black people that are smart and intelligent and think for themselves or whatever it can be. They're not in pigeonhole with these ignorant black people. So the ignorant folk, it's funny that they cry about white supremacy, right? White supremacy, supremacy. Yet, when a black man and a white person have a baby, they consider that kid to be black, which is a form of re-engaging and proliferating white privilege. Because back in the white privilege era, they had to maintain a pure white race. So that means if a biracial couple had a baby, the baby couldn't be white because the white race needed to be pure without any level or drops of African blood or any other blood. And the black race could be all mixed up all they want because that wasn't the pure white race. So these same dumb, ignorant Negroes that are claiming that they hate white supremacy are advocating white supremacy by calling mixed race kids black. And then also that same person that says that a mixed race kid is black will be the same person that acts as if there's nothing black in the household with a white man and a black woman. I mean, a white woman and a black man, forgetting that they have already promised that the kids are black. So they act like the biracial couple is a problem, but yet they're producing black kids according to the idiots. And then also according to the idiots, when he say RG3 don't have conversations about black women, I think RG3 has black daughters, if I'm not mistaken. I think he has some girls. So because his wife is white, he don't understand what it's like to be black. He don't have black daughters. He don't have black people in his life. Give me a break.